I have a very detailed plan on how to fix the country. I have six points. It's a 6-point, 6-step plan to save the country.
What is it? What's your plan? What's your 6 points?
It's 6 points. There's 6 points to save the country. And I think that's what's important is that we...
Yeah, but what are they? What are the 6? Give me one of the 6 points.
There's the first one, which is the first step in fixing our country. And then it just goes from there. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But what is that step? What would you recommend we do as part of it?
We fix our country. That's what I think is important
What's
here.
the most important step of the six?
First one and the last one. Number
What are
1
they?
and number 6.
What exactly would you do?
They are the points on... I'd fix our country. That's what I would do.
Right, but
I'd
how?
fix it.
How would you do that?
I would do it with a 6-point plan.
And what is that plan?
It's a plan to fix the country.
That's way better than he did.
That is better than he did.
Okay, now so here's what we're talking about. There's some video, and Pat's going to play the audio here for you. There's a great video of a politician in Australia that has a 6-point plan, and it's his plan. And he's got a plan, and there's 6 points to it.
He can't name them.
And he can't name a single 6-point.
Right.
Not one of them. And here he is.
Well, it's a real solution because you're planting real trees. You have a real army of people going out there planting trees. And
is that all you're doing? Direct action planting trees?
we're doing more than planting trees. We're planting trees. We have a solar panel. We have a fund that would go towards supporting those type of projects.
A lot of people have mentioned boat people to us.
But the boats are also a big issue out here. Under Kevin Rudd, under this Labor government, we've seen 48,000 illegal boat arrivals. And if you talk to people out here, they are aware that, the $10 billion cost blowout is just too much. And only the coalition government can stop the boats.
Turn back the boats.
Turn back the boats, we're safe to do so, yes. And we have a plan, we have a 6-point plan to make sure that we do stop the boats.
6 points, could you run through them for us?
Well, I can run through all the details of the points, but look, the main thing is...
The 6 points, the 6 points.
Under Kevin Rudd, the boats...
The 6 points. Turn back the boats?
Sure. Look, here's the thing. The boats started under Kevin Rudd. Under the coalition government, we'd stopped the boats. There was only four people in detention.
But
and now, under the Labor government, we have 48,000 illegal arrivals. We have a $10 billion cost blowout. And we have a plan to stop the boats.
Yeah, what
and
is
the
it?
6 points are?
Well, one of the points would be, the key point will be stopping the boats. We're safe to do so. We have a plan to stop the boats. It is under the Labor Party.
Forget about Labor, we're talking about the Liberal Party. What are the other 5 points?
Sure. Well, look, it is under the Labor Party that all...
The other 5 points?
Well, I've answered your question.
You've said turn back the boats. You told me it was a 6-point plan. What about the other 5 points?
Yeah, well, we have a plan to stop the boats. And I've answered that.
That is fantastic.
Is that great?
But you notice something here that, it almost sounds like Monty Python because he answers, the response from the reporter is so fast. He just knows he's not going to get an answer. So it's like, well, we have a yes, but the other 6 points. Well, I know you just said that, but it doesn't happen that fast here in America.
No, it doesn't.
He sees it in his eyes that he doesn't know these points. You can tell that
he's like a shark
Yeah.
who sees blood in the water. And he's moving in for the
when
kill.
was the last time you heard anybody like that?
Oh, it's
it's
Jake
been
Tapper probably. I don't know. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
pretty
as
good.
close as we've got.
Yeah.
But he's not that. When's the last time you heard anybody hold somebody up like that?
So great. Didn't let him off the hook at all either.
You could do that to Joe Biden all day long.
Oh, yeah.
All day long you could do that.
Yeah, that seems like somebody who really doesn't like the candidate, though. Like, it seems like one of our politicians here going after a conservative.
I have no problem going after conservative. If you say you have a 6-point plan and you don't know what any of the points are.
Oh, I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying that he looks like he's enjoying the fact that this guy is going down in flames.
He
on
had to
camera.
know that this guy didn't have a clue as to what the 6 points were.
Right.
Because he's on that immediately.
Yeah.
And the guy says, well, look, when he's asked him to explain the 6 points, well, look, no, I'm asking about the 6 points, but what are the 6 points? and he sticks right to it because he must have heard it before.
It's really enjoyable. Play it again.
All right.
Play it again.
Well, it's a real solution because
I like the start of the planting trees too.
Oh yeah,
isn't he going for prime minister? You're planting trees.
And,
really?
and he's got a singular solar panel as well.
Yeah,
I know.
we've got a solar panel.
And we've got a solar panel.
planting real trees, you have a real army of people going out there planting trees. And
Is that all you're doing? Direct action planting trees?
we're doing more than planting trees. We're planting trees. We have a solar panel. We have a fund
solar panel.
that would
And
go
we have a
towards
fund.
supporting those
We have a
type
fund.
of projects.
We don't know if there's $12 in the fund.
We have a fund.
But we have a fund.
solar panel.
Well, and they have
I've
the
got a
army.
brand new pair of roller skates, and she's got a brand new keys.
A lot of people have mentioned boat people to us.
But the boats are also a big issue out here.
Boats.
Under Kevin Rudd, under this Labor government, we've seen 48,000 illegal boat arrivals. And if you talk to people out here, that they are aware that the $10 billion cost blowout is just too much.
So look
And
at this.
only the
Where did they
coalition
come
government
from?
can stop the boats.
Stop for a second. Look at New Zealand.
Really? The boat people are coming from New Zealand to Australia?
It's very bad. Very bad.
They have a weird set of problems out there. Not enough trees and too many boats.
But they have a solar panel to fix it. Here's what's interesting. This guy has taken the time to memorize all of the problems, but he hasn't, and who's caused them, but he hasn't memorized any of the solutions. It just shows that the Liberal Party here, at least in Australia, and I think here too, and most politicians, they don't have a solution. All they've done is memorize the problems and who to blame for it. This is nothing but a serious blame game when you listen to it. Mm-hmm. He hasn't taken the time. But if you listen to him, he's got the problem down, and he has who is responsible for it. And it is just this is what causes the disenfranchisement of people from their politicians. It's like, I don't really care whose fault it is right now. I'm hungry. I'm not working. The country is falling apart. I don't believe that we're losing our culture. We're losing everything. And what are you doing? Well, it's his fault. I don't care whose fault it is. What are you going to do? Well, I've got a plan, but remember, it's his fault.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It's all slogan, no plan. Mm-hmm. It's blame, slogan, no plan.
Right.
And it worked not once, but twice. In the last two major elections.
And with this guy, you say you have a 6-point plan because it sounds as if you're specific and know you're on top of the issue. You're so on top of the issue. You've come up with 6 specific programs. You just hope someone doesn't ask you for any of the programs.
Sadly, someone did.
That's not a good plan.
Well, it's 6 points.
Yeah, well, I
How about
know
that?
but
How about that?
It's
What are you
Better
gonna
than
say about
5.
that?
It's better than a 5-point plan.
Yeah, my opponent only has 4 points.
Yeah.
What if
A
you
loser.
don't? What if you don't remember any of the points? Do you have a plan for that?
Well, you have a 4-point plan for that.
Turn back the boats.
Turn back the boats, we're safe to do so, yes. And we have a plan, we have a 6-point plan to make sure that we do stop the boats.
6 points. Could you run through them for us?
Well, I can run through all the details of the points, but look, the main thing is...
The 6 points. The 6
yes.
points.
Under Kevin Rudd, the boats...
The 6 points. Turn back the boats?
Sure. Look, here's the thing. The boats started under Kevin Rudd. Under the coalition government, we'd stopped the boats. There was only 4 people in detention. And now, under the Labor government, we have 48,000 illegal arrivals. We have a $10 billion cost blowout. And we have a plan to stop the boats.
What is it?
And the 6 points are?
Well,
Stop the boats.
one of the points would be, the key point would be stopping the boats. We're safe to do so. We have a plan to stop the boats. It is under the Labor Party.
What is it?
Forget
What's
about
the plan?
Labor. We're talking about the Liberal Party. What are the other 5 points?
Sure.
It's a
Well, look,
bulldog, man.
it is under the Labor Party that all...
The other 5 points?
Well, I've answered your question.
You've said turn back the boats. You told me it was a 6-point plan. What about the other 5 points?
Yeah. Well, we have a plan to stop the boats.
This guy is
And I've
the
answered
worst. This guy is that's
really bad.
Yeah, that's Dan Quayle.
Yeah, it's
that's
really
a
bad.
Dan Quayle moment.
Unfair to Dan Quayle, I would
It
say.
really is. It really is. As I'm saying it, I'm like, that is so unfair to Dan Quayle.
Yeah.
All right.
He misspelled potato.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
One time,
way
and
worse than that.
No one else in the room recognized it at the
And
time.
it was a spelling that was recognized in the 1800s anyway. So
Yeah, it's a dual spelling. It's like
you can spell it with an E if you want.
it's like hippopotamus.
Wait.
What? Like
HYPO. and who are we on this network to criticize people misspelling words on chalkboards?
That's true.
I mean, that is not
good point. Good point.
Wait a minute.
Something
Are you saying
we
that,
should be doing?
Are you saying that we have spelling issues?
I've never seen one. There's a 6-point plan we have to correct our spelling issues.
and
on
it's
this one
working
network.
well. I'm just saying right now. Here's our.